Hello everybody, what a beautiful day it is here in Sweden. And for those who missed, a lot of great news, big news is happening in the world right now. There was a military parade in Beijing commemorating the end of the Second World War 80 years ago. There's also been meetings between Asian countries, big countries, North Korea, China, Russia, India. They are part of the BRICS community. Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. And for those who have missed it in the past, it's pretty obvious that they are putting together an economic system or collaborating, putting together a system that's gonna work for the nations, the people living in the nations. And we do have a big problem today with sovereign states controlled by private corporations, actually private banks. And this is a system that has been developed by the West, but it has been exported globally, and it is a big problem. It is putting sticks in the wheels, and in order to remove these twigs and have the economic system running smoothly, we need to reform it totally. We can't have intermediaries, private controlled intermediaries, banks printing the public's money. It is not reasonable. Who knows how we ended up here, but we have to reverse quickly, because if we continue in the same path, there's just a huge brick wall. So we need to use this brick wall in a better way. That's why we have BRICS, in order to be able to balance out trade globally, and also reverse the miscommunication, because there's a bit of a lag going back like a century. So in order to keep this vibration, stay here, stay on this plane, we just need to breathe and stop churning the pot all the time as humanity. And this is pretty hard. We need to collaborate, and I think in the last couple of days we have segmented a path forward for not only solving the Gaza crisis, the crisis in Ukraine, and sorting out problems with human smuggling, slavery, all sorts of terrible things going on in the world. We are actually going to be able to move forward past that, and we are going to be able to communicate globally. The biggest issue has been communication in the past. It does boil down to that. Now there's also bigger issues affecting us all, and those are health issues and the poison in our foods. And our education is simply indoctrination. History has been twisted, and you don't even need to be a conspiracy theorist, because it's officially a CIA thing, labeling people conspiracy theorists, right? So we have a lag in the structure, in the deep state structure, which is actually intelligence agencies. We're in nature, Mother Nature, respect for the insects, respect for the sun, respect for water, respect for human dignity and life, and actually start focusing on what actually matters here in the world. We have people starving. It shouldn't be an issue today. The budgets and what we can afford for military equipment, we should be able to feed everybody on the planet. So we have a problem with miscommunication. We have a problem with the issue in Ukraine. Now, in order to move past the situation in Ukraine, I think it's very fair, the position Russia has been taking all along. Go back to the Maidan situation in 2014 and the fact that EU was very involved in deep state. The intelligence agencies were involved in installing what has led down to Zelensky. But look at the history of Ukraine and look at the history of Palestine. It used to be the Ottoman Empire. Now Ukraine used to be part of Soviet. Now we are on a path to global peace. We have these two issues at the moment. We should not throw away the possibility of a global peace treaty just because EU wants to send all their money to Ukraine. Now America, part of this trying to solve this crisis, is actually getting involved as well, even though they don't even want to, just in order to help EU. So let's see now what EU wants to do. Do they really want to solve the issue once and for all? Europe needs a big reformation. EU is not feasible. It's bureaucratic in nature, almost parasitic today. Conspiracy theorists out there mention the fact that it was a CIA project to begin with in the beginning of the Second World War. And you also have the communication problems that caused the Cold War in the civilian state that grew through that to what we have today. Now combine that with the fact that the banks print money out of thin air and people just accept it like it's reasonable, which is not. It caused trade deficit from the get-go. Now think about that. We have these issues. I thought it was very good to just present where we stand at today because of time constraints. I see no bigger issues than the crisis in Ukraine, the crisis in Gaza. Now all leaders need to find reasonable solutions to this. And I do think that Sweden could help a lot actually with communication. Ericsson is in 184 countries around the world, and that could be pretty useful for an organization like BRICS. I think you do need to have America with you on the boat. It wouldn't make sense isolating them, but that could grow naturally. It doesn't need to be forced. But I think BRICS is good. I wish everybody fantastic time and love God. If we can bring love back to God, God can move mountains. So God bless you all.